y'all. It's VJ.
It's Jane.
And this is
A Sip
and a Shot. Woo, 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 woo. We are so excited about today's drinks. I know I am. I don't know if Jamie is.
I'm excited.
If she's not, she'll get excited. So today we have, because someone said it's really not summer yet. Summer doesn't start till June 22nd, I believe.
Child, if it
I was like, it's
degrees.
June, it's summer. So we have we got summertime drinks. Our shot today is called the Mosquito Bite.
Yes, if you are familiar with mosquitoes, you know what that is.
Yeah.
And we're talking about the bugs that bite you, not other things you might describe as mosquito bites.
Like your titties?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, this has
Vodka, sour apple pucker, melon liqueur, and a little bit of grenadine for that little bloodshot.
Cheers to the good.
Cheers to the bad.
Cheers to all the things we wish we had.
Woo! It's an experience.
It feels like a mosquito bite.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No, it's not bad.
Really
just
sweet.
A lot of different flavors.
Yeah. I had my eyes closed for a very long time. Like, I know when I watch this back, it's gonna be like, yeah, an experience.
Woo!
Oh yeah, we gotta move on. Move to the next thing. Maybe the melon liqueur is not. I'm not a fan.
You're not a fan of the melon liqueur. The vodka for me is what made me like.
Stuff that melon. My eyes might start watering.
She's so weird. Our sip today is a frozen sangria, or something like it. So we have a Costco sangria.
Mm-hmm.
We did not make the sangria because we don't have time to make stuff, and I pulled my phone to put it on silent there. Just saying. So I put it here, silence.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes sometimes you just want to buy a bottle of sangria.
And then just pour
That's
that.
fine.
Pour it and drink it. We didn't feel like making it homemade.
And we're not prepared enough to do that.
Nope. We're trying to use the liquor we have. So it's the sangria. Then of course we got to doctor it up. We added Hennessy to it, and then we added some triple berry frozen fruit just to kind of give it that frozen vibe.
Yeah.
And
Cheers.
Cheers. This is dangerous. Danger.
Tastes kind of healthy,
Talk
but like
about
you can definitely
that.
taste the Hennessy. You can definitely taste.
Get on the floor. Come on, right.
You have like such a mom sometimes. The people that are listening, I wish you could see DJ right now. Y'all have been with this podcast for long enough to know. Somebody's looking a little different.
I wasn't gonna say I found them. I was talking to Kelly last week. She was like, "B, what happened to the wigs you bought over quarantine?" I was like, "Girl, I don't even know. Like, I cleaned up and I put them away. I just didn't know where away was.
Yeah.
And I was looking for something else and I found them.
Y'all, just for clarity, when I got here at 3:30, 3 hours ago, this is not what she looked like. And then we were like, okay, we recorded our video, our little TikToks with the drinks. She runs upstairs and I'm like, okay, she already did her part setting up. I'm doing my part setting up, waiting for her to bring down her microphone. And somehow I think I was turning and she comes like flying down the stairs, like, quick. It was like a flash. And I was like, what did she have on? Like, what did she have on? And I thought you had on another hat. Like, I thought it was a hat. And then she came around the corner. I was like, bitch, what the hell?
I was peeing on myself because I was like, I'm
gonna act normal.
Don't laugh, just act normal. Just like, don't say anything. So I was like, let me run over here and turn this light off so I can get myself together. So, because I knew we were ready to record. But I wanted to do a camera test.
Well, here we are.
This was a quarantine buy. I bought this during quarantine.
Quarantine has done a lot of things to a lot of people. Wig shopping.
I bought it during quarantine, and oh yeah, this gives a different little vibe situation.
You look like a hippie.
I am a free spirit.
With the flowers and the curtains in the background, like it's a total vibe.
And I have a sunflower shirt on.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
Yeah, don't know what vibe, but it's
I don't know what vibe yet either. In the camera, it doesn't look bad. Now, when I watch this back on YouTube, I might be like, Jay, you should have told me like not to.
No, I said, go ahead, sit down. You want to do a camera test? All right. Get on YouTube. Get it how you live it, sis. Do what you want to do.
But you know, on TikTok, they be doing like Amazon wigs.
Yeah, no.
I didn't get this from Amazon.
No, you didn't.
I bought this from like, from a wig spot.
What a doozy.
I think it was like 2 for $50 or something.
Yeah.
Or 80. I don't know. It was like a 2 for. And so I bought this one, which is brown. I feel like Wanda. And I bought, you know which one I'm talking about, right?
I have no idea what
From Holiday Heart.
Why would I watch that?
You never saw Holiday Heart?
Think it through. Does that seem like something I would watch? Does that sound like something I would watch?
It's a little bit too dramatic.
Yeah, no.
But it's really good. With Alfred Woodard.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
She had on a bad red wig, but she was trying to sell her daughter for some crack.
Well, all right. One day we'll do it. We could do a wig episode.
We should.
But I'm gonna go for like a crazy wig, like one of them crazy short colored wigs.
I got a crazy wig.
Oh, that's what I was thinking about when I was just looking at you. Like, bring that bad boy out.
I will. And the camera don't look bad. Now, if you got up close to this, it's not hitting on anything. Anyway, how's your week, friend?
Y'all have been through it.
She's like shocked right now. She's trying to get
through it. It's been a week. First of all, it's been a week. Let me tell you. Finished my event, my 3-day long event, virtual hybrid conference plus gala reception. I have a wedding next weekend. I'm really trying to like recover and use my brain as much as possible. Brain ain't having it. I was almost late to Orange Theory this morning. I had a day. Almost late to Orange Theory this morning because I got home and I had 8 miles to empty, but it was like midnight, so I was
Why do you?
No, when I went out to Baltimore, I had like 100 miles.
Oh.
And then driving around, going to
Yeah.
friend's house, coming back down home. And I was like, I can't stop because it's midnight and that's not the safe thing to do.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, let me just go get up, go get gas.
That's why you need a man, because he would have met you at the gas station.
Listen,
Fine.
I'm not even gonna make a request. So it's like, about to throw it out there, though. Don't care. So I get up to go to the gas station. I'm like at the gas station, putting gas in my car, and I was like, well, let me map how long it's gonna take me to get to class. It says 18 minutes, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's not bad. Then I was like, maybe you should start to see what time you're gonna show up. Class starts at 9:30. I was gonna get there at 9:37, and I was like, oh no. And at Orange Theory, for 5 minutes late, they won't let you into class.
Yeah, for the class.
Boy, I only got half a tank of gas. I went flying up the road. I made it to class. It's a different setup than I'm used to, so I'm the only one on the road because I showed up late. And the instructor comes over. He was like, "Are you warming up?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Okay, cool. So when you're done with that, everybody's on the floor." And I look behind me, and everybody's on the floor. It's just me on the rower. And then I do the floor exercises. We switch to the treadmills. My shoes untied, so I lean over with the sanitizer bottle like here to, you know, like you're getting on the treadmill. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like holding my water bottle, the sanitizer bottle. I have my mask on. Bend down, the top to the sanitizer bottle comes off, so I spill sanitizer all on my arm, on my shirt, on the treadmill. Then I have to go outside and be embarrassing and ask the guy, "Do you have paper towels?" And he was like, "Did you spill like a little bit or a lot?" I'm like, half the bottle. Just half the bottle. And he was like, all right. And it was a cute one, like the tall, cute one. I was like, ah. He's too young anyway. But it's just embarrassing.
What's too young?
29 and under. 29 and under. Been there, done that. If anything, if I ever say I'm not gonna date a certain type, it's because I've already done it.
Well, Jay,
and I don't need to go back.
You're cutting out a lot. Do you want to talk about cutting out stuff? We can. I don't know what that is.
Who are you dating, friend? What's your criteria?
You don't know my criteria.
Cutting out a lot.
You are like, because you dated. You have
I've had a wide range of guys that I've talked to.
Different types of guys, not the same types of guys.
So,
that wasn't shady. I wasn't trying to be shady.
It was like, you cut out a lot. Yeah, because I've been there, done that.
I know, but I'm saying you're cutting out a lot because you dated a lot of different guys. But what you didn't like when you were younger might be different. They might be different now.
No.
You thought I was being shady. I wasn't being shady. I was like, what did you just say? No, like you've dated a lot of different guys.
Yeah, I mean,
she hasn't like pigeonholed herself like I have.
Anywho, and then come home after class.
I wish y'all could have saw how she turned her damn body. Like,
what the
who have you? I'm like, wait a second.
And then a cicada was on my shirt as I got into the car, so I was crashed my vehicle, trying to get the cicada off. You know, like panic, foot off the pedal, car still in drive. But I survived. And here I am. Hours later.
Do they bite?
I have no idea.
I don't think they bite. I think they just land on you.
All I know is they hold on. Like, they're not you know, like something, like a fly will land on you or something, and you like even come near it, it's gone. Cicadas will post up and kick it. Like they about to invite some friends over for a good time. Like you have to.
Where was I? And they were like trying to kill the cicadas. I went out with my cousin, and we went for a walk. And she was like 7. I was like, bitch, this is their home. Like they're not bothering us.
I don't kill them. You don't need to touch me.
Yeah.
Just like regular life. Don't need to touch me. How was your week?
You know, my week. We don't talk about emotions and like mental health on this podcast too much. We might. I had a very like emotional realizations this week that I'm definitely not going to get into in this podcast. Jamie knows, but I'm not going to get into that. We're not ready for that conversation yet.
We both did the leg thing at the same moment. Like,
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But so this week was just a lot of like, I feel like I'm getting better with figuring out what's for me and what's not for me, and being able to, I feel like my actions can tell you what's not for me, but what I've learned is sometimes my actions are a little bit blurry. Like I'll do something even if I don't want to do it, and so it can be a shocker for some people when
like, actually no.
Yeah, I don't want to do it. I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it.
You know, and I think for me, I felt like people should have appreciated it when I did it, and because I feel like it's not appreciated, I got to turn into a different Veronica or VJ. And that VJ is okay with doing things on her own. Like normally, when I garden with someone. Okay. And this week,
you gardened on your own?
I gardened by myself. Like I bought my flowers by myself. I like dug up the ground, and you know I've been doing this for a long. Like I would garden with my mom all the time. But 30 years of experience, I was able to do this shit on my own, and I'm happy about it. I think, we're not gonna get into that. So I did that, and I realized I need to like go walking more. But other than that, like it was a good week. Work was cool. It's gonna get busy in like a couple of weeks after we get back from Miami, because we're getting ready to reopen. But other than that, my week has been great.
That's good. Do you want to say anything about fathers? This is coming up prior to Father's Day.
It is.
And we always talk about our moms. I feel like we talk about moms a lot.
We do.
And so I just want to make sure we cover our padres.
I will say this. I don't mind sharing on the podcast. Me and my dad are doing really, really well, and I've never given history on my dad. Me and my bring it to the front. It looks better at the front.
Wig talk. Let that wig talk.
Me and my dad had, growing up, we had a great like daddy-daughter relationship. Like I was a daddy's little girl kind of vibe. I think I'm gonna try to shorten this. And then, you know, those teen years where you normally get into it with your mom. I didn't get into it with my mom. Me and my mom actually got closer, but I got into it with my dad. Yeah. And so our relationship kind of took a hit from that. And we are now in a space where, you know, like in any relationship, somebody might want something, but the other person's not ready, and then it's switch. Like timing wasn't right. Yeah. And I feel like we are in a real sweet spot of our timing is right. We're growing. And okay, here we go. So I've been to therapy. And one of the when I went to therapy, I thought it was going to be about like my breakup and like getting over my breakup.
Therapy usually isn't what you think it's going to be about.
It's not what this was my first time going to therapy, which is crazy. And what I learned from that was my desire was really to have a relationship with my father, but not define it in other people. Because a lot of my friends have great relationships with their fathers. Right. And I envied, maybe envy is not the right word, but like that, I love that. Yeah. And I wanted that, but I didn't know how to have that. So I think the first therapy session was about that. And so me and my dad had a conversation, and now like just the things we talk about, and like seeing my dad as a, like, not just my dad, but as a human, as a
like
man.
A person.
And also I think for me, for a long time, the things I didn't like about myself, I got from my dad. Like, I don't like apologizing. I'm not apologizing for, like, my dad will not apologize. Like,
that
he's
might
just
need
not
to be an
that.
episode itself.
Whatever. But, like, in talking to him more, a lot of the things that I do like about myself, I get from my dad, too. Like, maybe not the things... No, I like it. Like, I'm a stubborn person, and, you know, or I'm stubborn, but I'm also, like, I'm a ride or die. And my dad is too. Okay. So I say all that to say me and my dad are doing really great. And this will be like a great Father's Day. Yeah. Kind of, and realizing, I think the biggest thing, because we went on like a little day trip. The biggest thing for me was realizing that I was raised, like the standards that I've set for myself, my father has set them for me, and I didn't realize that. Yeah. Like something very simple. We went out with my cousin, and he's engaged. And so we went to dinner, and so like they both pulled out their cards, and my dad is just gonna pay for my stuff. But when we were driving back, because we stayed at a hotel, he was like, you know, just her pulling out her card just didn't sit right with me. And I was like, huh? He was like, yeah, nah. And for me, I don't do that. If you take me out, you're gonna take me out. Like, that's it. But I didn't realize I got that from my dad. And he's very old school and chivalrous. And he said, you know, the man that finds you. And I was like, that's some old school shit. Like, now it's like, you know, you find each other, you make. He was like, nah, like the man that finds you. So it's, you know, I'm able to talk to my dad about relationships now. Before it was like,
yeah, that's good. It's always nice. It's always nice to see when they
realize that you're grown. And
I was gonna say, when I see you all, your relationship now, it's always like, oh,
I know. Can you see a difference?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Very different.
Because it was one time, me and my dad got into it real bad, and I went to Jamie's house, and she was like,
and I don't know what to do when people cry. I don't know
how
to react. And she was it's like, I don't know what to do. Don't know what to do.
You did what you did was fine. You just sat there listening, and we watched like some TV.
Okay.
And that was it. You were like, I hear you, girl. Yeah. I hear you.
I got you.
But you had known what happened earlier.
Yes, I just wasn't prepared for it.
I wasn't either.
That pull, yeah.
I wasn't either. And I hate crying.
Don't we all?
What about you and your dad?
I think we've always had a very, like, a good relationship. My dad's not a man of many words, I feel like. That's what my guy friends always talk about. He's very mellow, very chill. I think he pays attention to a lot more than I think, like, my dad doesn't have any sons. It's just me and my sister and my mom. So it's like he might pay attention more than, like, we give him credit for. But he's always like, I love my dad. He's a cool guy. He's a nerd. He'll watch, like, you know, the sci-fi stuff with me, or like my mom wouldn't let me watch Harry Potter. My dad was the Harry Potter watcher. So like you get the best of both worlds. My mom used to call him Mr. Safety because he was not letting us, like.
Really?
Yeah.
Was your dad super strict?
No, he was just like a stickler about, like, oh, I think we talked about this, like the game we used to play, which is probably why I pay attention to so much, like, of my surroundings now. Is he was like, if anything ever happens, you need to be prepared for, like, to know where you are, where you're going, whatever. So he would be the person that was like, oh, run into the gas station, and then would move the car. So that he was like, before you walk out of anything, anywhere, you need to know where your car is, where you're going. Your money should be in your pocket, like, or if something's happening outside, you don't want to just walk outside and see people pointing guns at each other because you're not paying attention. Like, you just need to be prepared.
Yeah.
And so he was that's what we did. Or I would know, like, driving home, he was like, all right, you ready to start the game? And I'm like, okay, probably why I'm into forensics so much now.
Probably.
And, like, detective shows. But it would be like, all right, and you just had to pay attention to everything. He was like, how many red cars passed us? And I had to be like, 3. And he was like, all right, cool. And then, like, if a car turned off, he would be like, what was that license plate number? And I'm like, this is the license plate. And it was just like, guys, I really might turn into, like, an FBI agent.
You are, like, definitely
might be a spy. Just kidding. Yeah. And so it was always that, like, I would know when the game would start, but it was like something fun that I enjoyed doing, because it was just like, you were like, all right, how many
your
color
memory
cards?
is impeccable.
Yeah.
It's impeccable. I'm gonna give you that.
Listen, and I spot a situation from a distance. So I'm like, that don't seem like that's right. But yeah, I'm excited. I think we're gonna go eat. You know, there's not like a hobby. Like, Father's Day is always weird because you never know what, like, dads don't, I think they care, but they're not like, I feel like we do a lot for Mother's Day because moms are like, you know, the lotions and moms
it's
and
a
all
lot
that
that
stuff.
you can get. Yeah.
And then, like, if your dad is not like a hobby guy where he's like a golfer or into fishing or into cooking, it's kind of just like, all right, yeah, you want to go
Let's just hang
eat?
out.
So let's hang out. Let's
Yeah.
watch a little sports. Let's watch a little random
That's
thing.
that's what my dad is, he's gonna come over here, and there's a movie that we were supposed to watch, like, months ago, but we're gonna watch it here because we just been busy.
Yeah.
And cook and grill and all of that. I think the biggest lesson that I learned from my dad is he's going to always try to be there. Like, I try to show up for my friends as much as possible. I remember he told me one time, I didn't listen, and I'm not mad I didn't listen, but I had dropped one of my friends, and he said, you know, really think about dropping a friend because, you know, this is someone you've known a long time, and real good friends and real friends
they're not easy
to come by, and, you know,
not at all.
It might be worth it to work it out. And I wasn't trying to hear it. And her and I are friends now to this day, but we took about 10 years off. Like, we didn't need that. But she's a great friend, and I'm a good friend to her. But I don't think I needed to learn how to establish. I need to learn how to establish boundaries where I'm not just, like, disappearing from your life.
Yeah.
Like, I don't fuck with you no more.
The cutoff game.
Yeah, cutoff game is real strong.
What a doozy. What a doozy.
It's not that bad.
I'm trying to think. Life lesson I learned from my padre. My dad has dropped so many interesting gems at such random times. But I will say one thing that's always funny to me. I have, like, a lot of guy friends, which we talk about often, and or a guy that I'm dating, and my dad does not speak to them. Really, it's like you might get like a, hey, what's going on? All right, now have a good time. what I did not know, no, I'm not gonna go there because that might just mess up stuff. Mess up stuff. But I remember being in the car one day with my dad, going somewhere when I was like in high school or just about to graduate, and my dad was like, "So you got like a boyfriend or anything?" And I'm like, "No." Like I'm 17, 16, like not trying to talk to my dad about my boyfriend. He was like, "Okay, like y'all kiss in the movie theaters, y'all do anything?" And I'm like, "What kind of questions are these?" He's like, "I'm just asking because I don't want you to go to college and the first boy that calls you beautiful is the guy that you like fall in love with. You stuck in his room doing his homework and that's all you got, and he out here playing you." And I was like, smart man. His perspective on like guy stuff is peak.
My dad was like chill with the guy stuff. I just remember like I was dating my ex for like 2 years, 2 or 3 years, and he randomly, like we're randomly talking because we ain't talk that much. He was like, "Have you talked to like this guy who I dated prior?" And I use the word dated, but you know when you're like 16, like talking to. He was like, "That guy that came to the house and the wife beat her." He was like, "Have you talked to him?" It's like, no. Nope. But they pay attention to a lot more. Yeah. You know what was crazy? You know what? I think I should blame my father for this. He did not let me accept a diamond necklace from this guy. And I was in 8th grade. It was a Valentine's Day gift.
Sounds like Dad knew what he was doing.
I had told my mom about it. I was like, yeah, because my brother, he had told me, he was like, "AB, like, he's getting you this diamond necklace. Like, I just so you know." And I was like, oh, okay. So I told my mom and my dad about it. My dad was like, do not accept, like, no. You don't accept gifts from guys. And I was like, okay. So he gave it to me. He put it like on a little teddy, you know, the little corner,
teddy bear.
Little, they sell them in the street with the roses. Teddy bear. It was a diamond heart necklace. Come to find out he stole it, but I ain't know that at the time.
See now.
But I brought it home, and my dad was he was upset. He was like, "I told you not to accept it." I was like, "I just wanted to show you guys." But he had bought me a necklace.
Oh, your dad?
Yeah. So I think it's like it's a rough day because I want to be able to accept a monthly mortgage payment. I want to be able to accept money and gifts from it. I have a hard time doing that.
This took a turn. This really took a turn.
I do. Like, I don't know how to accept gifts. I remember one of my boyfriends like sent me $100 for my birthday because he was in school. I was like, I don't need your money. Yeah, I did.
Me either. You know, I'm not a gift accepting person or like just having like guys do things for me, but luckily I have great guy friends who are like, no, this is what a guy should be doing for you. Yeah. And we're gonna get you out of that mentality where like you have to do everything on your own, or you know, you always have to cover your bill.
I can just call my brother and I can call my dad. Like,
no, I was like, you should receive something without having to give anything for it is what the thing was. It was like, so if we decide that we want to cover your bill at dinner, that's just what we're going to do. Okay. Like, and we're not expecting you to cover our bill later on or, you know, do X, Y, and Z. It's just, you should be able to accept that somebody wants to do something nice for you.
We can do that with our girlfriends.
Yeah. I know everybody's friends groups, we have I don't want to say a weird friend group. Okay. But there's a lot of groups of women out there who are not as like lax with stuff like we are. Like they be counting every nickel and dime. And it's like, I know you, unless it's like something major, like a big thing, like where we discuss it
or something.
Usually it's like, girl, I see you.
Yeah, like or she'll get it next time. Like I'm not like
not stressing over it.
Yeah. Or if I know what your financial situation, be like, don't even worry about it. I got it. You know, like. We don't care about stuff like that. No. But, you know what? This leads me into a conversation. Our friend's husband asked the other day.
Oh, okay.
He said, do you all feel, it's like change of subjects. Drastic change of subjects. But happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
We appreciate dads. We appreciate men in their children's lives.
Yep.
Fathers are a beautiful thing, and they're a necessary thing.
Yes.
And a special shout out to our Black dads.
Yeah.
Who were in our lives from conception to birth to today.
It's like still rolling, still rocking with it.
I think I don't know if I appreciated it as much now
until
back then.
College.
Like you just thought it was normal.
Yeah, it was, and that's I think a lot of my friends had their both parents.
Yeah.
So definitely appreciate it. And I feel like it's gonna be a rough Father's Day for a few of our friends.
It is gonna be a rough Father's Day for a few of our friends.
But we are grateful to have them in our lives.
Yeah.
The new ones, the old ones. All the above.
All the above. Okay, so we're gonna switch. Happy Father's Day! Woo! We're gonna switch gears. So he was over the other day with our friend, and he said, "Do you feel like your friends being single hold you back from pursuing a relationship, or like dating or whatever? Do you think it's a and I forgot I had wrote that down in our notes. Do we use our girlfriends or even our girlfriends as a safety net?
No. I'm gonna say no for me.
Okay.
For me. Because I feel like I think we've been very clear on there are certain things that I want to do with my female friends, and there are certain things that I want to do with my man.
Yeah.
And even though I love spending time with my friends, they would probably be great to do this activity with. There's sometimes you just want a man that's gonna be there with you that's not your friends, and so it's kind of like you always you want it. Maybe I don't think we hold it. My friends being single holds me back because for a long time I was single by myself. Then friends be all booed up, and I'm like, I need to get a man. And then once the booed up situation changes, I'm like, I still need to get a man. Not want to get a man.
It's a necessity.
No, it's not.
I feel like I don't think men are necessities, but I don't think it's a priority necessity. Mm-hmm. But it'll be a man is nice. Having a man is nice.
Yep.
She's not gonna say it's a necessity.
Not at all. Not at all.
I remember there was a debate about that in college. Do you feel like you need a man? It's no, I don't need a man. Shit, I need one. I like men.
I would love. I want you here.
My want for you has to outweigh my need for you. My need is not I need you financially or I don't.
You don't need them. You just want them.
I would like a man in my anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So you don't feel. I feel like it can be a. I feel like my girlfriends are my safety net. Mm-hmm. Because I'm very comfortable being by myself, and if I do want to go out or I do want to do things, I will call my girlfriend, and I'm like, oh, my friends could go with me, especially because you're single. Because I only have to worry about your schedule. I don't have to worry about
whatever dating schedule. Let me tell you, I'll put my foot down. I was I'm so happy for you to be in a relationship. However, my phone call schedule should remain the same. And me and him can have that conversation, or you can do it. Say what I was going to tell you right here, right now is my respect level should be the same. I don't care who you are.
That's fair.
Suck out what my regularly scheduled program. Ain't nobody about to come here and mess up no stuff. Now we might adjust. Might bend the rules a little bit. Don't think you just gonna come in here and take over some stuff. We were talking about that with the podcast. We were like, yo, if you get man, ooh, this is gonna be they gonna have to just accept Sundays. Y'all wanna watch sports? Cool. You do that, we do this.
I feel so many times we adjust to fit the men in our lives, and that's what I'm realizing. Whatever new relationship I get into, I want to have Veronica's stuff and fit you in where you get in. One of my friends was like, well, when am I gonna see you? When am I gonna see you? When am I gonna see you? I'm like, listen, I'm busy.
So I got stuff.
Sunday is podcast day. Period. Unless I need to readjust. Yeah. But I'm not readjusting for nobody else. No.
And that's that on that. I think the funniest part is that for such a long time, first of all, the four of us, it's 3A group. Mm-hmm. We gotta figure out a way to get everybody in a relationship at the same time. Don't know what this, that has not happened since we've met.
Do you feel like it's motivation for
what?
Do you feel like me being in a relationship, like if I was in a relationship, Ty is married and Brittany was in a relationship and you were single, would you like be motivated? Would you like not motivated, would you what's the word I'm looking for? Not slack, but settle.
No.
Okay.
No.
Like, okay, it's cool. Like, I can bring him around.
No. And that, I think that's the problem. It's like, I feel like I've settled before. Okay. Like, I think we talked about, like, I typically don't date my type. I typically have dated guys that were interested in me. I might not be as equally as interested in them. Mm-hmm. And then once I'm in the situation, I'm like, this is dumb. Like, this is not what we're doing anymore. Mm-hmm. So I think it would make me more self-conscious about my dating status. And I might be like, try a little harder to get out there. I'm moody right now, so I don't know if that's really true. But I think it probably would like push me to want to do something. Like, if y'all are all going on couples dates, we're gonna have to find a stand-in or something.
But we always.
I'm not.
You just didn't want to come. But like,
nobody
I think,
wants
like,
to be the fifth wheel, let alone the seventh. Okay.
You're right, but I think.
Like, and y'all do a lot. It's not like y'all do. Like, y'all are not PDA couples. Brittany's only saving Grace a gap.
You don't even know that. Like, we're not gonna get into that, but you don't even know that.
Yes, I do.
She might need to switch some shit up.
We're not getting into that. Exactly. You take it up. I kept it real mellow. You took it up. What I was gonna say was the funniest thing is that all of us have to get in a relationship because for 10 years we were like, oh, we should do these theme parties as couples.
Oh my God, yes.
The Beyonce and Jay-Z party where every couple comes as a different Beyonce and Jay-Z from, some time
and if
period.
you take this idea, tag a sip and a damn shot, okay?
Please, or invite me to the party because I could be a solo Beyonce. I'll come as Destiny's Child.
Hello. Oh, my ladies. I'll come as cater to you.
Okay.
Because it might be a single, it might be a hard knock life, JC there. Okay.
I'm just saying. And then we had a Disney princess one where everybody was going to be a Disney princess and then their significant others were going to be the princes. And boy, have we not been, I don't know what's going to happen, Lord. We got some, I guess when people start popping out kids,
transfer it over.
The Shrek party is our chance. The Shrek party is our chance to get this princess stuff out. Shrek 2, baby. Live and direct.
Listen. Yeah. But I think the other part is I feel like the desire to be in a relationship has held us back in some senses. Because, like, we can just have a Beyonce party. And then when we get significant others, we can just, remix it to the Beyonce Jay-Z party,
That's true.
I'm just saying, I feel like a lot of times we hold, and I've been having this conversation with different friends, like we hold ourselves back in preparation for a man, when in actuality, like, look, I'm 30, she gonna be 30 next week, like, if you want to get on this ride, you're going to get on this ride. Like, I'm not going to be waiting at the starting gate for you to hop in.
That's true. I feel like
run and jump.
I feel like we do hold quite a few things back or it's like, oh, the first time I do this, I want to do it with my man. And it's like,
some things are not changing.
I mean, you can, but it's also like you could just
do it
now.
It's still going to be a different experience with your man. But
I was like, it's still going to be a different experience, different vibe, a new time doing it, a new memory created.
What's your one thing that you want to wait until you got a good man?
The vacation thing. Because I've never done a vacation.
Okay.
And I'm not doing that until I get like in a relationship. And I'm not getting in a relationship until I find somebody that's worthy of the relationship. It's like but yeah, I haven't done a vacation. I've been asked to go places and I'm like, no, I don't feel comfortable, or guys that aren't, you're not my man, so I don't understand this. You're not even close to being my for a different day. But yeah, the whole vacation thing. Like, I still want to go on. I just never had a vacation. And I don't want to waste that. Like, not waste it, but I want to wait until I find somebody that I'm really like, yeah, let's go to Turks and Caicos and we going to do a vacation. Not like we going to run to Ocean City. That's not that.
Ocean City's not bad.
I know. My mom's from the Eastern Shore. Just 30 minutes from where she grew up.
It's just not as like, it's just not what you're looking for.
Not what I'm looking for.
That's fair.
Yeah.
The only, I don't want to say the only thing, but the one thing that is two things that I'm waiting on, but I'm not going to share the other one.
Please.
I've never participated or like gotten high off, like I've never done marijuana. Yes. I don't think it's done marijuana, but like smoked reefer.
It's wow. The wig, the headband, smoked reefer.
Keegan so upset. I remember the first time I was like, Keegan, do you smoke reefer? And she was like, that is your last time.
First of all,
you
are
an
embarrassment. I don't know what community you're embarrassing. Mine, the podcast community. This sipping a shot right here. Who are you? And how dare you? Reefer?
That's what my
Exactly.
my dad.
Exactly.
Let me tell you, me and my dad, when we were talking, me and my dad, I was like, Dad, do you remember that time I asked you who Mary Jane was? We were on a trip. We were like, because we were on vacation all the time when I was younger. And Rick James' Mary Jane was on. So I was like, Dad, because my dad was the one who liked the old, like the vinyls and the old school. You know, he grew up with that. I was like, Dad, who is Mary Jane? Like, did he end up marrying Mary Jane? Like
what is going on?
Like, are they together? Did they break up? Like, did she love him? Like, and my dad, I'm probably like 7, 8, 9, somewhere in there, and he's like, so Mary Jane is not a person. Okay. I was like, how? He was like, Mary Jane is marijuana. It's like, oh, okay.
Embarrassing. I mean, not at 8 years old, but you.
Yeah, okay. I was probably like 11.
Okay.
Like 10 or 11.
As a child, not embarrassing.
Yeah, but.
You calling it reefer right now? Embarrassing.
I did that for Kiana.
Ooh.
Yeah. She's like, BJ, don't ever call it reefer again. Like, are we in 1987 getting ready to snort lines of coke?
Like, what are we doing?
No.
Studio 64, are we partying down? What is happening?
Gosh. Okay. So, you're my safety net, but clearly I'm not her safety net.
You couldn't be. You were in a relationship for 4 years. You couldn't be.
I think you were still my safety net in that relationship. I think
yes, but you could not be for me, is what I'm saying.
Yes, I could.
No.
While I was in a relationship,
how?
Jane, did I not always invite you
to do what you wanted to do? What about what I want to do?
I would be better.
I would say maybe my guy friends are a bit of a safety net.
Your guy friends are definitely a safety net. They're not only a safety net; they are like a barbed wire. Because we were at a little get together shindig last week, and I had been to this house before, and it was like I have never seen
so many chocolate.
The buffet of chocolate.
So many chocolate, man.
Because that's my purpose. I like a chocolate man, and it was like just different kinds of chocolate, dark chocolate. True.
That is
super
true.
Dark chocolate, little milk chocolate. Yeah, I'm not, but
if you want to go see some black men, you can go there.
Right.
In abundance.
These are some handsome men.
Yeah. And
every time, you just try to like have a general conversation. Here come her guy friends. Back up.
Nope. Back up.
Stop.
Nope.
No, you can't talk to her. I'm 30 years old. Like, it's cute at like 21. But it's not cute at 30.
Oh, you know what? The funny thing is that is a nice way of them doing that because I've had it the rude way. And it is so embarrassing. And you're like, I don't know, you probably don't want to talk to me no more because that was rude. But yeah, I remember because he came over one time and we were talking to somebody. He was like, it's like off limits, off limits, off limits. Fine. It's like, dang, or even talking about his friends coming to Miami.
Yeah.
And I was just asking a general question when I was an entrepreneur, and I was like, okay, so what field is he in? Like, what's his business in? He was like, I don't know why you asking, because it's a no. And I was like, I just want to know. He said, it doesn't matter, because it's a no. Like, they're off limits. And I was like, I don't want your stinking friends anyway.
Right. I like Chipotle.
Yeah.
He was like, you know, when we get to Miami, I'm going to just stand next to you. And then the guy that tries to talk, I was like, listen, I don't give a damn. What you talking about?
They think they're going to run these, they was trying to talk big talk about these outfits we going to wear in Miami.
Their going to be hurt.
So you're going to be very upset. And then the funny thing is, it's too many of us really even trying to control us. It's like, it's going to be like, oh, we went out one time, me and my guy friend, 3 weeks ago. Me and this other girl that he's like really cool with, we were both like drunk. And he's trying to like tell us, okay, call me when you get in the car, this is what you're gonna do, this is gonna happen. And like she's talking about something and I'm like, oh. And he's just like, okay, wait, okay, you come here, you stay here, you get in this car. And I'm like, but I gotta charge my phone. He's like, just get in the car. And I was like, this is what Miami's gonna be like, because it's gonna be a bunch of girls. It's gonna be so much fun. But it was like, you guys trying to act big brothery and like run things.
It's not gonna work because we're not little sisters anymore. Like, we're sisters, but we're not little sisters.
Yeah, no. And then also, hot boy summer. So it's like, I can see it.
But Jamie, you do the same thing, because I remember I was looking at one of the guys. I didn't realize how I was looking at him, and you were like, stop. Like,
mine comes from, I know what's best. Not from I just don't want my friend talking to somebody. It's like, no. I don't even know who you're talking about, but anybody in that house is 99% off limits. No.
He's like 6'3".
Well, somebody else that we know has also came up to me like maybe 20 minutes before that, asking about him, and he had also tried to talk to me and then also tried to talk to our other friend, all like in the same span of time. I think he's a pretty decent guy, but a little too, when you roll through a friend group and like try to
but how many girls do you know have rolled through a friend group?
A few.
Okay.
And I don't think you need to add any more to the list. The rule still applies. That rule only applies. I forgot he tried to talk to you, because if he had not tried to talk to you, and talked to our other friend, but she just got swooped up that night by somebody else.
Oh. Okay. Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
And it was between 1 and 2. And he just happened to leave and then come back, and it was like, well, there's that. But the other one you were talking about, that wouldn't stop me. I don't care. The other friend. Probably should. Sadly enough.
I don't care.
Probably should.
No, you're right. She's my friend. You're right.
So she's
a long time friend.
Oh, you should. And not just because of the friendship. Just.
What's something that you want? Okay, so for me, and my friends being the safety net, what's some advice you would give me?
About what?
Because I'm like, I'm not really looking for, I'm not open to being in a relationship.
Boy, what a doozy that's
I'm not open to being in a relationship, but I think that's because, like, my friends are great. And I don't know if I want to introduce another being into my friend, like, to my friends. I just don't know if I want to do that.
That's the reason you're going with? Is that what we're going
Other
with
than me
not wanting to. Like, that's a cute reason. That's on the list of reasons, but.
What are you talking about?
I don't. Anywho.
No, we can have it. Are you talking about me not being over a certain somebody?
Yeah.
Okay. But that's
I was like talking about a big A. That might, like, I don't want to introduce nobody else to my friends. That's subsection,
I think about
like, B.
that too, like.
Subsection B, but the title of the paper. The byline.
The running matter. But do you think. Never mind. I don't even know where I want to go with that conversation.
I would say my advice for you would be...
Or for other people who use their friend groups as their...
Yeah, I mean, other people, or people that have been... Like, I feel like I have a few friends that have been in long-term relationships, like, consistently. And it's like, I think, when... Even if you're not ready to date, per se, like, you're not looking for a relationship, it's still good to get out there and meet new people.
I think I do that.
Meet new people with penises?
I haven't met any new girlfriends.
Well, I don't know any new penises you met either.
I'm
so that's what I'm like.
You
saying.
mean like met enough to like exchange numbers?
Yeah, ho. Yes. What do you think I'm talking about? What advice do you have for your friends? It's a safety net. Might want to get a relationship. Step 1, exchange your phone number. Step 2, or an Instagram. Baby step it. Snapchat. No, don't do Snapchat. We old.
We got too over Snapchat.
I'm saying we don't do Snapchat. But I would say get out there. I've always been like an advocate of talking to new people because you don't know what you don't like until you at least dip a toe in it.
I'm not the friend that you have to say that to.
Well, right now you are. I'm not saying every person you talk to has to be a relationship or something, but they might be somebody that teaches you something different about yourself. They might be somebody that can introduce you to new things, help you try new places
this
that
is
are
all
not.
advice that I've given her before. Maybe not you, but definitely.
I was like,
friends.
Oh, wait. Give me advice. What advice do you want to give? I feel like I'm gonna hate it, but I'll keep it open. Reciprocity.
The girlfriends or the friends that you see as your safety net, they're gonna be there regardless. So just jump.
Okay.
It's not advice that I'm gonna take, but you know, your friends who like are truly your friends, they're gonna be there through everything. Like this one right here. Anyone I call a friend, because y'all know friend is a big thing, they're going to be there regardless. However you want to move. If you want to date somebody who's like a 75-year-old white man who's a multimillionaire, they're going to rock with it. So just jump. 2, like if you want to date a 22-year-old.
No.
They're going to jump.
I mean, clearly. I've
well,
chosen my friends over men before.
You chose your... I don't... But y'all have never
And
put me in a
sure
position
will.
where I had to choose my friends. Like, I had to make a choice.
I mean, no. I mean, you didn't put me in a position that... The dude tried to put me in a position and I was like, oh, baby boy.
You're going to lose that every time.
You took that out that day.
Every time.
And then repeatedly 2 weeks later when you tried to deny what you said. I was like, hold on, sister. Hold on, friend. I got receipts.
Let me get this screenshot right here.
It was like, hold on now. No, what you said verbatim was.
I got great friends. My friends get along with everybody. And if they don't get along with you, I take that as a sign.
Bit of a sign. Bit of a sign.
But my friends gonna rock out regardless.
Okay. You have anything else?
Nope, we can wrap this one on up.
Cool. All right.
It's VJ.
It's Jane.
And this is...
That's it.
And a Shot. Bye.